Welcome to In the Zone on Full Court Press. It's Fat and them today. Today we have an interesting In the Zone for you because this player is definitely not on most people's radars, and most people wouldn't expect him to have an absolutely insane week.
Just 2 weeks ago, we were in New York for Jalen Brunson. This week, we're coming back to New York, but not for Jalen Brunson. Instead, we're out here screaming, "We got DiVincenzo"
We got
this week.
Dante, baby.
So the Knicks just recently lost Julius Randle to a dislocated shoulder. They kind of needed someone to step up this week because Jalen Brunson can't control the entire offense by himself. And who else besides the ginger man himself, Dante DiVincenzo, Mr. Italy. This week, Dante DiVincenzo put up, well, actually, hold on. Before we talk about what he put up, let's talk about what he generally put up for this season. This season, he's averaging 13 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists. Standard role player numbers, nothing too crazy, very solid. Now this week, he put up 26.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals, and 6 three-pointers a game.
Yeah, he stepped it up big time when Julius Randle went out, and the Knicks needed it, to be honest. Even though they did still lose a couple games going into the All-Star break, um, Dante stepped up when he needed them to.
Yeah, I mean, he he doubled basically all of his averages just this week alone, and he even set a career high in three-pointers made for himself in one of the games. I believe it was against Utah where he hit. I want to say it was 9 threes. It was 9 threes against Utah. Yeah. That week the Knicks finished 3-1. It was against some solid competition. It wasn't like they were like struggling either. They were getting some pretty good wins. To start it off, they had a 21-point blowout win against the Charlotte Hornets, and Dante was everywhere on the stat sheet. 28 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, doing a little bit of everything out there. And then after that, he would follow it up with the 9 three-pointer career high against Utah, and he finished with 33 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals, literally doing everything there on the court. Following the win against the Jazz, they would end up beating the Pacers by 4 points, and Dante would end up putting up 20 points on the board, and every point was needed if they're only winning by 4 points. And finally, they would end the week off on a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. But I mean, 3-1 on the week is still great. And Dante ended up hitting 6 threes and finishing with 26 points. So he did his part.
Even in Villanova, when Dante DiVincenzo was there with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, Dante always came up big whenever a game was close. He always had a big play, a putback dunk, or he hustled and grabbed a board. Just anything to help the team win. And that's what he's doing here with the Knicks once again. The fact that he went to college with Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, they have that chemistry together. So they trust each other on the court and they know where they're going to be on the court.
Mm-hmm.
And that alone helps push a team to a different level than teams that don't have that chemistry.
That's the Villanova boys. And with the Knicks rising up in the ranks in the East, especially where the Knicks are right now, being so clustered together, they need every win. And to have someone like Dante just take it up a notch once their other star player Julius Randle goes down. Like they needed that desperately. It's putting up some pivotal wins, keeping them up where they want to be, especially heading into the All Star break with the season nearing to an end. The Knicks have had one of the best defenses since they got OG Anunoby, and I do want to say that a big reason is because of Dante. He's one of those hustle guys. We saw it in Milwaukee. We saw it in Golden State. We're seeing it again in New York. And I'm sure Tibbs, being one of those guys that loves his players that'll hustle and play 40 plus minutes a night, I'm sure he loves seeing Dante out there on the floor. It's a big reason why he pushed Dante into the starting lineup midway through the season, and why Dante has been thriving. He seems like a perfect guy for Tibbs, a perfect guy to work in that system. He's out there doing everything. He's being a pest on defense. He's being a great offensive either initiator or just spot up guy if you need him to. He's not going to be the guy that'll like physically take over and ruin games like some people, Dillon Brooks.
Wow.
But he's definitely a perfect complementary piece for someone like Jalen Brunson. If Jalen Brunson's not doing it, you might see Dante DiVincenzo start to pick it up. Like you might think it would be OG Anunoby or even maybe Josh Hart. No, it's Dante DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo. Take that in for a second. We haven't seen a role player on In the Zone and since maybe Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson was the last one that was not a starter or a star.
That's how good Dante DiVincenzo has been this week. And I'm not gonna actually put money on it, but like I would bet that Dante DiVincenzo is gonna come up huge in a playoff series that the Knicks are in, whether it's like first round, second round. He's gonna come up big, and he's gonna be the reason they win some games or the entire series.
Book it.
Book it.
We got DiVincenzo, baby, the big ragu. If you love food and you love redheads that shoot basketballs like Dante DiVincenzo, you'll love this channel. Make sure to dunk on that like button and subscribe because I know you want to be a part of the Full Court Press family, baby. Till next time. Peace.
We got DiVincenzo.